Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria, and today we're going in with a full face of one brand. You guys, I have had this little guy sitting in my closet for a hot minute, I'm not gonna lie. It is a full face of Catrice Beauty. I have never gotten to use or play with any of their products, and I've heard that they are really good on the affordable side of things, so I wanted to give them a shake. So I went through the Ulta website and I got everything I think I need. I hope, I pray, I don't know, that I need to do my face with their stuff over here. So let's go ahead and go in. Obviously, God, it makes so much noise. Obviously, because it is a full face, we're going to kind of like try to move through products relatively quickly. We don't want to talk a ton because you guys know my videos can get really long-winded. I don't know if you noticed, but it's true. So let's go ahead and get in here and get out the first thing. For primer, we have the Prime and Fine Pore Refining Anti-Shine Base, Silky Matte Finish, Long-Lasting and Oil-Free. It says it mattifies optically, which should mean that you can like see it. So let's go ahead and put some of this on and see what we got here. All right. Oh wow, it's like okay. For some reason, anytime I see like this kind of a bottle, I anticipate it being more like a silicone kind of primer, you know, like a Milani Prime Shield. But this isn't. This actually reminds me a lot of the Primerizer, Smashbox Primerizer. Okay, I don't know about this whole mattifies optically, like I can tell that it's mattifying or not, but it does feel very nice. It has a very nice, like, lightweight sunk into the skin, but it leaves like a tiny, like, 0.01% like tackiness. I think I just hit myself in the face with you. That was not nice. And it feels good. Like, it's okay. We're doing good. I hate when, like, I'm doing a full face first impressions, and when the primer starts off and it's bad, it's like, well, that just set the tone for my life now, didn't it? So let's go in, you guys, for the foundation. I picked up their Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. It says it lasts up to 24 hours. We know how Paige feels about that, right? Like, I think it sounds so dumb. I'm just gonna go wear this for 24 hours. Like, no, bitch, what are you saying? Stop it right now. Nobody cares. It said it is mattifying in a second skin effect. And then on the back, it says lightweight and non-oily texture that feels like a second skin. Provides a long-lasting full coverage without mask effect and creates an even complexion. Bleh. Now, actually, this one I'm going to scan onto the... Oh, almost dropped my phone again. Damn. I don't want to drop it too many times. I am going to scan this one because I want to see what it says as far as how to wear it, because it does look like almost a pigment dropper, and if that's the case, I want to make sure that I'm either mixing it or wearing it alone, but I want to see what they recommend. They only have 4 colors of this, by the way. Like, the shade range is horrible, and 3 of them are out of stock. The light is 3, so. But it does have 4.5 out of 5 stars. That's interesting. Okay, so there's nothing on the website that says that you should mix it, and none of the reviews that I just read said that you should mix it. So I'm going to use it as just a dropper. I did pick this up in the shade 020, which is Rose Beige, and it looks like, I don't think that's... Yeah, the lightest one, which is 010, is light beige. I hate when everything says beige because instantly I get nervous. This is going to be probably too dark for me, but I believe the light one was sold out when I bought it, and it's been sold out for a hot second. So anyways, there are 4.5 stars. There's something. It says it's really good, so let's just put some on. Let's see what we're working with here. And I have been shaking this the entire time, so it is good as shooked. Oh, it smells good. It smells like baby powder. That coverage is not bad either. Dang. Okay, it definitely dries relatively quickly, so keep your wits about you. Wow, that sits beautifully on the face. Holy crap. Well, butter my butt and call me a biscuit. That actually looks beautiful with a brush, too. Dang. Wow. How much was this stuff again? $10.99. And you get a solid fluid, 1.01 fluid ounces. $10.99. Wow, I'm shook. Like, that's like better than some high-end ones I've tried. Wow. Okay, so thoughts about this foundation so far. Pros. I have a ton of pros. It builds very nice. It is very mattifying on the face, which is like amazing. It doesn't take a ton of product to get really nice, beautiful coverage. And the coverage in the color and the pigmentation is very even. A lot of times, and you guys might have heard me talk about this in the past, when I talk about like pigment drops, sometimes one of the biggest problems I have is getting them to look consistent on my face. Like they'll cling to texture, or they'll cling to like acne or something on my face, and then my pigment ends up looking off. And a little bit when it comes to pigment drops or anything in a dropper can go very far as far as, you know, making the color on your face look different in one area versus another. So this looks very nice, very lightweight. That is like probably my biggest thing that I notice, is how like lightweight and amazing this feels. The only con that I'm gonna say is that it dries down so quickly that it was almost difficult to work with when I wanted to build up in a couple areas. Like if you were to manipulate or try to work with or add too much to this, I could see it getting very pissed off very quickly and being like, nope, and then lifting off your face. So with that being said, I'm almost nervous to put concealer on over top of it, but we shall see, because that's a huge test in my world. It really does make a difference how concealer sits on something, because I can love the foundation, but if you don't play with like my Shape Tape or whatever other friggin' concealer I've got in that bag, honey, we do not roll together. So for concealer, it looks like I have the waterproof liquid camouflage high coverage concealer. This is in the shade 005 light natural. Let's scan this and see how much it was, because now that I got started, I just have to know. Oh, this also has 4.5 stars out of 5. This is the lightest shade, and it is $5.99. Ooh, girl, you better shut up. I'm so sick of emails coming through today. Now, how much was this primer? Because I've told you all the other prices. Okay, so the mattifying primer also has 4.5 out of 5 stars. I don't know why I keep telling you that like it matters. And it was $7.99. All right, now let's see, because this was already a pretty dark concealer, I have a feeling this will look all right, but we're gonna find out. Oh, that's actually not a bad color rather. Wow, you guys, that looks so good. I really like this concealer. It doesn't dry down as quickly as the foundation, so I was able to work with it and blend it out a lot easier. I've said this before, one of my favorite things about the Tarte Shape Tape is that you can really like blend it down onto your face, use it to kind of, you know, add some light and some contour back in, but make it look very soft and natural. And this concealer does the exact same thing. I mean, very nice, light, natural contour to the face, blends out beautifully, and works surprisingly well with that foundation. I thought for sure it wasn't going to, and I'm kind of shocked. Now, I, of course, did pick up the Nude Illusion Loose Powder. This is transparent matte. I'm assuming it's like what's not setting powder. Good Lord. Okay, so this has 1 star, or not 1 star, I'm sorry, 1 review, and it's 5 stars on Ulta. Nude Illusion Loose Powder. It says here, flawless finish, Catrice's Nude Illusion Loose Powder. Wow, I read that really fast. I thought I would tongue tie like all crazy on that. It is a transparent loose powder with soft focused effect, provides a flawless long-lasting matte finish without drying out the skin, perfect for all skin tones, and is not tested on animals. Good. And it is $8.99. All of their products smell really good. Is that weird? Is that a weird thing to say? I'm not sure. Okay, so the powder almost looks a little bit chalky on my face, but that's not uncommon for powders and me. A lot of times whenever I put on powders, I do have to set them before they look good at all. That's just pretty normal for my skin. And right now it is super duper mattified, so it wouldn't surprise me if more powder makes it look chalky or almost dry. Not surprising. It doesn't make me mad. It did set very nicely. It's a very nice even, and it didn't do too much to like whiten my face, which for me is kind of a downside because I like translucent powders that help, you know, counteract the color of my foundation. But for normal people that actually want a clear, true translucent, it's a great powder for you. All right, so next up we have the Catrice Eyebrow Stylist. This is in the shade 030 Brown Eyed Peas. Or no, I'm sorry, Brown Eyed Peas. Brown Eyed Peas. Whatever. $3.99, 4.5 stars with 42 reviews. I thought we'd give her a go. There were only 3 brow shades, so I was kind of like, well, let's pray. Let's just pray a little. It doesn't look like a bad color. Actually, the color looks pretty good. A little bit chocolate for me, but that's okay. How about I go off camera to do this, because your girl, I don't know if I can. It comes with a spoolie. I dig that. Okay, so I don't know why that was just something that just hit me just now. All right, so let's give you some thoughts on that brow pencil. Where did I put the brow pencil? Oh, there's so much stuff on my vanity right now. I'm lucky I can see it at all. You guys, this brow pencil actually is not bad. First of all, the price point $3.99, I think for that it is worth it. It loses a point with me, because it's not one of the twist up ones. I like a twist up like a L'Oreal brow definer, or what is this? The Anastasia Brow Wiz. The really, really fine point that you can twist up. Those are my go-to, my bread and butter. I love those the most. What I do love about this though is that at first I was like, oh, like crap, I don't like this. It's too thick. It's like the end of it gets too blunt too quickly and I can't work with it. And then I don't know what happened, but like it actually goes on beautifully. Like it went on, the spoolie works, by the way, it's a great spoolie. You guys know, if you've been watching me since the beginning, I love me a quality spoolie, okay? And girl, we got the quality spoolie here. The spoolie itself, this part down here, like where it connects to the brush, feels a little cheap because it kind of like wiggles around a little. But overall, I mean, it is cheap. It's $3.99. I love the quality, and obviously when I first used it, it was sharp. So that is the difference between me doing both brows and not. And I actually think that a little bit of this went quite a long ways, and it smoothed out very nicely. Okay, guys, sorry about that. I know that it was like 2 seconds in your world, but in my world, girl, that was a thing. We have a little bit of an animal situation. Anyways, when it comes to eyes, and by the way, if you follow me on Snapchat, which is Megamind Page or Pager or something like that, it's always down in the description box. You'll know what I'm talking about because you will have seen her already. But as far as what I have for the eyes, I don't know why I didn't buy like eyeshadows. This is all I have. I have 2 liquid metal liquid metal long-lasting cream eyeshadows. I picked them up in the shades 010 California Creamin', no comment, and 030 Daily Dose of Rose. These are $5.99 a piece. They have 4 out of 5 stars, but there's only 2 reviews. It looks like they do come in 5 different colors. What? That's gorgeous. Okay, so that is the shade California Creamin', and then Daily Dose of Rose. You guys, these are so light and like whipped. I can't even. I'm impressed with just how they feel on my hand. You know what time it is. Time for Paige to see if it's a dupe for any of her other ones. So I can't say that there's like an exact for them, but this one right here, the second shade, which I think was the shade Kitten, is probably the closest. But overall, the formulas seem pretty similar. I'd say that the Catrice ones are a little bit thinner, a little bit more whipped formula. So what do I want to do? I just want to put down like a real quick base. I think I'm actually just going to continue using this Clay Play palette, and I'm going to build up a couple of these brown tones into the crease. And then I'm going to go in with this lighter shade up top, which is that Champagne, nope, California Creamin'. Don't know where I got Champagne from. And I also bought from them the Catrice Prime and Fine eyeshadow base. I thought we would check this out and see what it's like. Okay, literally just like a light skin tone kind of color. I don't know if it'll pick up on camera over there. Okay, let's go ahead and put this on our face, girl. Yes. Wow. I just want to show you guys real quick. So this one I've already went ahead and set with, I'll tell you the shade in a second, but this is just that Catrice down on my eye. It has such a nice like feeling and even a nice amount of like coverage, even like, what's the word I want to use? Not like it's a concealer coverage, but it carries with it like this film where it like filters your eye and just makes it look beautiful and airbrushed. I'm really impressed so far. Just so far, I can tell you guys right now, I love this Catrice primer. It is so freaking smooth. Like, why are you so good? How much are you? This has 4.5 stars with 20 reviews, and it is $5.99. And I am like really shocked at how much I like that. And in case you were curious, I did go ahead and set that with the shade Solstice over here. All right, with the Morphe R36 brush, which is the wrong brush, and I'm well aware, I'm going to take the shade Journey and Stone, these 2 light guys over here, and just start working them in. I'm sorry, thank you, light. And just work them into the crease real quick. Now, just to add a tiny, tiny bit of depth, I'm going to go in with the shade Smoke and Dunes right here, these 2, and I'm going to combine them. I don't want it to be as dark as that darker shade Smoke. I want it to be just a little bit darker. All right, just something like that. You can definitely see all my flaws, all my issues, and that's why I want to go in with this guy. All right, California Creamin'. Let's see how you apply. And P.S. I let these dry down on my hand. Now, the Stilas we know are really good. Like, I can rub over top of these things for days and nothing's going to happen, right? Yeah, nothing's going to happen. Now, these ones, I don't know about. Wow, same thing, you guys. Really good. They are stuck. They are staying. That's awesome. So that's what we have so far. I don't think it'll pick up on camera, but this is coming off a little bit streaky or a little bit less opaque than I would normally like. But while it's still a little bit wet, I'm going to go in with this little smudger brush and kind of see if I can smudge it out a little bit, blend it out. Now, while I was putting it on, I thought to myself, like, what else do you have going on in your life? Why don't you take this other shade, this Daily Dose of Rose, and maybe put that closer to the outside V? That way you can play with both, because, like, overkill is my middle name, right? Okay, guys, before I literally drive myself absolutely insane doing this, I'm going to quit touching my eyes for a second. They are completely screwed up. I screwed them up. I'm well aware. Let's just move past it. I'll try to fix it later. I think I might take a highlighter and, like, put it over top of them or something to try and blend them. I was like, what the hell is that noise? I don't know if you guys heard it or not. Probably the wind. Dude, it is so windy here today that I legit thought there was someone knocking on my door. No, it's just like the house falling apart. These are not the worst glittery eye kind of shadows that I've used. They're not my favorite. The main thing that I noticed is that they keep appearing more of a chunky kind of globby kind of glitter as opposed to like that nice even sheen that you're looking for when you put them on. So I don't know if they're grabbing funny. I don't know if it's something that's sitting underneath of them. I'm not 100% sure. I'm curious to use them like in a couple different ways, maybe with different shadows and different bases, things like that, maybe as a part of my more regular routine to see if I like them better. I don't hate them, and I think that for the price they are really good. I just don't know as of right now if my eye is liking them. So getting away from the face or the eyeballs for a second, moving to the face, I have a lot of options. I picked up the Catrice Deluxe Glow Highlighter. It looks like it is a 3-in-1 option here. Let's touch these and see what we think real quick. Ooh, wow, these are very soft. But they almost seem like natural. They don't seem like a highlight, which is interesting because in pan they look shimmery, but in the swatch they don't look shimmery, glitzy, or glammy. I don't know if I love that one or not. What else we have here? We have a highlighting powder. This one is in the shade 020 Champagne Campaign. Oh yeah, okay, that one is a lot more like a normal highlight. It's much more creamy, still not very glitzy or glammy, but better than these other three. And for blushes, I have two different options here. I have the illuminating blush in the shade La Vie en Rose, or I Am Nuts About You. Those are very different names. So let's go ahead and get some prices together here. It looks like these two shades are the only two shades that they have on the Ulta website. They are $5.99 a piece as well, but they only have 3.5 stars with 29 reviews. Okay, so they both appear to have the same design, which is cool, but they are definitely different in color. Now the texture or the shimmer that I'm seeing is making me a little apprehensive. That's a really smooth, pretty blush. Okay, that one was the shade I Am Nuts About You. And now let's do the more pink toned one. Okay, and that one is like a much lighter, more like the Barbie pink color, and that is La Vie en Rose. I'm actually going to go with the shade I Am Nuts About You and see if I am nuts about it. That, I'm obsessed. That color is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. I'm just going to go in here with this big old fan brush and see how we run. See how we run. Okay, it's much better if you go in with a smaller brush like this. Okay, this is not a very pretty highlight. Like, it's very textured and chalky on the skin. Oh. Okay, I can honestly say I'm not a huge fan of that highlight, you guys. It was so, like, chalky and difficult to work with, and I don't know. I just don't like the, like, when I was going in to, like, get product out, I felt like I had to go in, like, 300 times, back and forth, to really get up any kind of, like, color or shimmer or payoff on my face. I'm not living for it, and I took a little bit on my fingers and I kind of dotted it over my eyes to see if I could, like, smooth it out, and I noticed that this, like, it's actually chunky and, like, kind of flaking off over here. Like that shimmery stuff is. So I'm not living for that so much. Yeah, not living. That's okay though. that's okay. Now I'm actually gonna stop and spray, stop, and I don't know why that was like so dramatic. I'm gonna try out the long lasting Prime and Fine multi-talent fixing spray. You gotta calm down. You have to calm down. Okay, pro, it smells good. Con, it legitimately feels like a garden hose. It's like, you guys, that really does do something for the skin. Holy crap. It was like I sprayed a filter on my face. Another thing too that I'm noticing, I just zoomed the camera out and I saw it like in real life at the same time. This foundation does look like it kind of oxidized, but it looks like it oxidized to like a pink undertone, which is so weird. I'm curious. Okay, now you guys, I have a little bit of an issue. I have a dog on my lap who's having a small heart attack, like a legitimate anxiety attack, because we went and got a puppy. Yeah, and she's the sweetest thing. She's so calm. She's such a good dog. We rescued her from the pound, and this dog isn't digging it so much. She keeps just like crying a lot, working herself right up into a tizzy. I know we have to work through it, but it's very trying, my patience. Okay, so as I was saying about that heart attack she's currently having it. So I do have a couple other things from Catrice, but I will probably try them off of camera. Yes, off of camera, and I'll come back on and let you guys know, because I'm gonna go deal with this dog. So I'm gonna go ahead, I will play around with some of these, and then to finish off the eyes, I have a tight line kohl pencil and the Rock Couture 24-Hour Extreme Volume Mascara. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put some of this on. I will come back, I will talk to you about how it wore. I'm going to try to calm this dog down because she's having a freaking heart attack. I can't believe how good my skin looks right now. I'm a little shook, but you know, I'll come to here in a second. And I will let you guys know what I'm thinking with everything else. So hold on 1 second, let me calm the dog down, maybe give her a Valium, give me a Valium. Whew, give it a minute. Alright guys, so I went ahead, I finished up everything, and on my lips I actually went in with this sexy beast in the shade Maroon 020. Absolutely sexy. It is from the Ultimate Color Collection. It's $6.99 and the color pigmentation is insane. I did go ahead and swatch the rest of the lip colors I picked up. So that's this guy right here. This lighter one is still beautiful, very luminous, but not very opaque. And that is in the shade Luminous Lips 050 Coffee and Cream. I have a feeling that line is meant to be a little bit less, a little bit more user-friendly, a little more demure. And then this guy right here is a gloss. He swatches kind of funny, but when you kind of mix him out a little bit, he shears down to just a beautiful luminous finish. I'm curious to put him over a lipstick and see what he looks like. Also $6.99. And then I picked up this, and I don't know why. I don't wear stuff like this. This is in Highlighting Lips A Million Style Lip Top Coater, and it's just this really shiny, glistening, probably meant to give you like holographic unicorn vibes. I'm not sure how I feel about him yet either. So you guys, I also put on that mascara and the liner. The liner was good. It was very... it wasn't chalky, it wasn't fluid, it was somewhere in between. Not high end, not, you know, not super horrible low end like I'm scratching my eyeballs out like those LA Colors ones that I swatched the other day for you guys. It's somewhere in the middle. It went on okay. I'm curious to see how well it sits on the waterline. And then the mascara was good. It was very volumizing and thickening, not so lengthening, a little chunky. So we're gonna see how all of this wears. I'm gonna come back and do a final check-in and see what we think about everything. So far, I can tell you I am loving, obviously, the primer, the foundation, all that kind of stuff, but there's a lot of products that I'm not loving so far. Hint, hint, look at my eyes. So I will come back on in a little while and check in with you guys and see what we think. And I'm going to go get all this glossy crap off my fingers. I will be right back. All right, guys. And as I'm sure you can tell based on my current hair, it's been a while. It's very, very late at night. I almost forgot to check back in. And I apologize too for the earlier clips. Near the end of those, I was very, very distracted. Okay, don't inhale, breathe out, and like die all at the same time, Paige. Duly noted. When I was halfway through filming, my parents came home with a puppy that they went and rescued from the shelter. And so it was like a big conundrum. My one dog, Pooper, the one you guys are used to seeing, was trying to like adjust. She was crying. There was a lot of just chaos. And here I was trying to film a video. So I apologize. Okay, so real quick, let's jump into the up close of this foundation super fast. So the main area that I had breakage with is like right around here and a little on my nose. But like overall, you guys, literally that's the worst part right there. That's it. The rest of my face, like look at that, through here, looks so good, so luminous and dewy, but like not shiny and oily. So there were definitely some products that did work, some that didn't work. I'm definitely bummed that this shade is not my shade because now I have more work to do and I have to go find the correct one because it is such an amazing foundation. I honestly am so shocked at how much my face loved that foundation. I'm just shocked. I'm happy. I'm obsessed. I'm everything in between, you guys. And I hope that you enjoyed this because, girl, it was so much fun testing out some new products with you. And fun fact, somehow this made its way into my Ulta cart. This is the Catrice Prime and Fine Makeup Transforming Drops for darkening. Paige, when have you ever needed darkening drops? I don't think ever a day in my life have I needed darkening drops. Like, I'm not going to open it because I feel like that'd be a waste because then it's going to go in the garbage. But like, darkening drop, like what? I think there must have been like a lightning drop and I meant to hit lightning because I don't know. Unless I was like drunk Paige. And I haven't been drunk in like 6 years, 8 years. I don't even know. It's been a long time because I can't drink. So I don't know where these came from, but they somehow ended up in my bag. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm sorry that this video got a little hectic and a little long and a little everything in between. But guys, you know, when you're clicking on to a full face of first impressions and a full face one brand, honey, there's about to be tea spilling in so many places. It's bound to get a little long. Don't forget to check that description box, you guys, because if you were in that description box, you would have seen my Snapchat handle. If you saw my Snapchat handle, you would have already seen my puppy. You would have already seen all the things, and you would have seen the makeup on my face today before you got to see this video. So you should have been there. Okay. And guys, thank you so much again for hanging out with me. I love hanging out with you guys so much. I love going through the comments. I've been trying to get back to that. I haven't had any time lately. I've been ridiculously busy. Winter is our busy season, so it's kind of like, oh, just kidding. Paige isn't allowed to have a life. Wonderful. And then my hair looks like this. It's just a cycle. Have a great day, night, weekend, you guys. Whatever it is when you're watching this, I hope that it's fabulous, and I will see you all in the next one. Catrice. Ka-ching. Except not, because it's affordable. I almost said expensive, but that's not the right word. It's backwards. Girl, I'm tired. It's bomb. It's bomb.